Hey friends, welcome back to the Wednesday repot. Today I have one plant I'm going to repot and I am not going to do any more than one. And this is a plant that's been kind of frustrating me for a little bit, but I am playing the waiting game. I am being patient because I do love this plant very much and I know it's worth the investment. And that is my Burle Marx's Flame. This thing refuses to split for me. I mean, it does have pretty cool leaves even when it's not split, but I bought this plant for the claws. It's just such a cool plant once it gets fenestrated, and like I've done the pole, I've done the fertilizing, I've done the really strong light. I literally even had this in a south facing window for a little bit and it did not like it, or it didn't not like it, but it did nothing. It's fully rooted into this pole. It's fully rooted into this pole. Please hold. It has been a day, you guys. I filmed a video. I filmed one video and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna jump into the second video. I'm already on a roll. I got prepped for it, and then before I pressed record, I went on TikTok. There's my issue. I went on TikTok. I saw yet another video of someone cleaning their tower fan with a leaf blower. That's my whole For You page right now, is people cleaning their fan with the leaf blower and just seeing all the dust come out of it. And I've been so jealous because I want to do that with my tower fan, but I can't. So I decided in that moment to turn off my camera and start taking apart my tower fan. I Googled a video, how to do it. It's all in pieces now in my living room. I did clean it. It was really nasty and I'm glad I did it, but all of that to say, I should have been done filming this video already, but instead I have chosen to clean a fan, and now I'm trying to do this before my child's next nap. And I'm also doing laundry, and I'm just very manic today. The end. Anyway, Burle Marx's Flame, one of the coolest monstera out there. Kevin Hakuna La Planta, I think we can call him the Burle Marx's queen at this point because he just grows them like a hot damn. He grows them in ambient. He's just living La Vida Loca in Burle Marx's Flame land. And that's the land I want to be living in, but I fear we're not even close. There's a new leaf coming out, but how much do you want to bet there is not going to be a single claw on here? Meeting adjourned. I'm going to get rid of this plant. Just kidding. I'm not. I really love this plant. This is one that I think I will keep forever and ever and ever, even if it never fenestrates for me. But the plan today is I was gonna get it onto a rousseau pole. That's what I want to do in my heart. And I want to get it into a bigger pot. It outgrew this thing a long time ago. I don't think that's why it hasn't fenestrated yet, but maybe is contributing to it. So yeah, bigger pot, new pole, and we're just gonna get reset on this thing and get her all prepared for the summer ahead. Okay, I've got prepared pon here for another video that I'm filming after this. I'm filming in bulk this week because I'm going to California in 2 weeks and I gotta get a move on these videos. So where do I start? I think I'll get it out of the substrate first, and right now it's in a mix of peat moss and tree fern. I believe it's heavy on the tree fern if I'm not mistaken, but I might have remembered incorrectly. And hopefully the little twist method works getting this out. It can be kind of tricky pulling root bound plants out of glass vessels, but give it a little twist if you can and it usually pops right out. That's what she said. Roots look nice and healthy. So a little bit of algae. It was living in a windowsill. Did I tell you guys that? I had it in a south facing window. And when it was in the windowsill, oh my gosh, the algae just went crazy in the vessel. A little bit of root rot, Don't know if that was from importing or what, but this has been, I think this is the same vessel I've had it in since it was imported, so. But also lots of new root growth, so I'm not worried about that. Lots of roots in the stem, not in the stem, in the pole. Yeah, overall it's looking really good. I'm happy with it, but even though I do have some root breakage, I do want to still upsize the pot. So I'm gonna get another, why is all my stuff on here? My handy dandy, oh, I didn't even tell you guys. I named my rolling cart. I know, I'm certified crazy, but I have decided that its name is going to be Drum Set. There is a reason. One of my all-time favorite movies is Step Brothers. I typically don't love movies with like that kind of humor. I don't think I do. Like I hate Zoolander, I hate, what's the other one that he's in where he's like a race car driver? Like I love Will Ferrell, adore him, but there have been some movies that he's done where I'm like, no, not for me. Step Brothers, not one of them. Literally, I could watch that movie every single day if I could. Dale, one of the brothers, he has a like music room where his drum set is in there, and he calls it his beat lab, and I've always referenced my plant room as my beat lab, and so his drum set is like his prized possession. So it just kind of made sense for me to name Old Faithful here Drum Set. So if you hear me calling it Drum Set, that is why. Oh my gosh, what the frig? Where does it end and where does it begin? Oh, I wrapped it around. No wonder. I was like, you guys, there's a glitch in the matrix. No, like actually, what happened? Like, what did I do here? I wrapped it. Like, where does it end? That's my absolute question. What the frig, dude? This is gonna literally trigger me. Here? Did I tuck it in? What the? Oh, it was hiding in plain sight. Anyway, I used, why did I say Jose? What's the name? What's this tape called? Hurley's Magic Tape? David's Magic Tape? Oh gosh. Harvey's Magic Tape. Somebody's Magic Tape. I forgot what his name is, but I'll throw it up on the screen. That's what I'm using. And I have retired all of my honeycomb poles, which is the pole that this is on, and I'm switching everything to a Rousseau pole because it just makes sense in terms of functionality and functionality. They just do way better on a Rousseau pole. So I forgot to wet this pole before I didn't prepare anything. I don't even have what I need for the video I'm filming after this. I gotta run over to the dollar store when Archie's down for a nap. Okay, so these super thick aerial roots are super rooted into this pole. So instead of trying to yank it out and ripping all of the roots up, I'm just gonna cut this pole up. Since I'm not using it anymore, I did give the rest of my honeycomb poles to someone locally, but I love this plant so much that it's just, sorry, it's not worth the risk. I always end up out of frame. Why do I do that? I've done that for like the last few videos. I don't stay in where I'm supposed to stay. Oh yeah, I was going to, so in my last, not maybe last, I don't remember when, but the Wednesday repot that I would have done before this one, I answered some plant questions. So now I'm going to be answering the personal questions that some people had for me because frankly, I am a little bit tired of talking about plants. I'm a little over it. Someone asked if I have any more tattoo ideas. The only one that I can think of that oh, the mushy. The only one that I can think of that I actually really want is a portrait of Pudge, but I have very few tattoo artists in mind that will do it well. I'm not just gonna get that one done by anyone. I want that to be their specialty, and there are a few people that, yeah, I have kind of like bookmarked in my head, but it is a little bit more of an investment piece, so I haven't really found the right time to get that done. So yeah, I want to get Pudge's portrait on me, and then other than that, I don't really have any other plans. I do want to get one on my back removed. I have like the hand on my back that I got when I got that one when I was like 18, and it's just like blended, or it's like bled so much that you can't even see the detail on it anymore. So I want to have that one removed, and then I want to have this one on my elbow removed, or what is this? My inner elbow. I got this one with my best friends, but her it was her ex-boyfriend that was learning how to tattoo at the time, and yeah, it just like did not turn out well. So I'm going to have that removed, but I think I'm gonna have another triangle re-tattooed on me somewhere so that I still have sort of a matching tattoo with my other girlfriends that got it done. And then yeah, I eventually, like, I want this whole arm to be like patchwork stuff, like more things like this. And so I'll eventually like fill in some here. I don't know why I've been so scared to get one done here. I just feel like it's gonna make me look really, I don't know what the word is. I just felt like it wouldn't look nice on me, so I've really avoided this area. But I do think I want to get this whole arm not filled, just like patchwork, like just little ones, and then I'm done. Like, I don't really feel the need to get any more tattoos after that. And honestly, the older I get, the more painful they are. I felt like my last tattoo appointment, I was such a freaking wussy. I was squirming. Okay, do you take ADHD medicine, and are you worried about Archie having ADHD? I do not take ADHD medicine. When I got diagnosed with ADHD, they did why did I say psychotherapist? The psychiatrist, you know, had asked if I had considered or wanted to try getting on ADHD medications, but I'm already on antidepressants. I'm on an SSRI and another one that is a little bit more addictive. I only take those for panic attacks, which is not very often anymore, thank goodness. But I don't know, I didn't like the idea of being on another medication. So, and I just felt like the issues that I was having with my ADHD are really manageable, I guess. Like, it's something that I can do with like behavioral therapy or something. There are things in terms of like sensory stuff that really bother me, but I've just tried to work on those things by myself. I just didn't want to feel like I needed to medicate just to kind of cope with that. That's kind of as far as my diagnosis goes in terms of what I'm doing. And then with Archie having ADHD, I don't know if it's like hereditary or what. I really don't know much about it. I'm not worried per se, just because you know, me and Vince are gonna do whatever we can to support him in any kind of diagnosis he might have in the future with anything. The priority is just to make sure he's happy and he's healthy and supported. And I guess the only worry I have is that school was such a hard thing for me to get through. Having ADHD, especially being undiagnosed at the time, it was just like I literally got ulcers in school from the stress and I don't know, I felt like being in school was kind of traumatic, to be honest. I could go into a whole video about what ADHD looked like for me in school. And I guess it's like I would know the signs to look for with Archie, and if I thought that he could be suffering from ADHD, like if I even had the slightest hint, I would not be opposed to getting him sort of like looked at and whatever, just because I don't want him ever going through the stress that I went through as a kid. Oh my gosh, it's 2:45 already. Archie needs to take a nap, so I'm gonna have to take a break from this because I gotta put him down and then I'll be back. Anyway, I say these things like you're here, like you wouldn't know that. To you, it's just like that. And then I'm back. It's YouTube magic. Yeah, I would kind of know what to look for, and I would hope that he, at that point in his life, he feels like we have a good enough relationship that he can talk to me about it. For me, in school, my parents just thought I was lazy. They just thought I just didn't like school and maybe thought I was a little dumb. I don't know. I have root trimmed quite a bit. I can see some new roots down here, so I don't want to touch it. I could chop this, but I think chopping it would just set it back more in terms of the fenestration. So maybe I shouldn't, but at the same time, like, it's so tall already. I'd like it to be able to stay in the pot that it's in for a long time, but my spidey senses is saying don't chop it. I mean, I probably could chop a little bit. Like, I could probably chop, yeah, I'm gonna do it. You know what, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, okay, let's get actual shears. So I'm actually just gonna chop off like the last few nodes. There's one, I think 2, 3, 4 nodes here. So I'm just gonna chop right here because there's not that many roots on it. I just don't think that it's going to affect it that much. Plus I have all of these beautiful aerial roots here that I'm gonna put into the Rousseau pole, and we are going to kind of just pick things back up where it left off. Since I chopped it, I am going to let it callus over just a little bit. So it's a good thing that I'm taking a little bit of a break here. I actually might try and sneak out and run to the dollar store because I need to grab some cups for a repot that I'm doing tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna just stop right here. Okay, wait, I think I have I actually have 3 nodes here, so I don't know if I should chop. I almost feel like I should just leave it as this and not try and chop it into multiple pieces and just kind of see what happens. I'll just put it into a cup like this because it's already rooted. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let this callus for about an hour, and then I think I'll come back, give this a nice little wipe down. It did have thrips like last year. I haven't seen any pests on it recently, and I don't see any damage besides what was already damaged from that infestation, which is like down here. So yeah, I think this plant's fine, but of course you can never be too sure, especially in this house. And then I will answer some more personal questions when we're back from this commercial break. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. The baby is sleeping, so now begins the silent repot. I don't know how this is gonna be possible because I need to fill the bottom with leca. I need to assemble a pole. This is not good. I'm gonna try. You never know if you don't try. Okay. This is the pot size that I'm thinking. It is much bigger than what it was in before. This root system is not nearly large enough to fit it, but I want to try and actually like push these roots down so that some of this can be in the substrate, but we'll see. We will see. I actually need to prepare some soil, so let me do that now. So I have this dark phoenix here that so dry. I've been needing to stump this, but I have not done it yet. And then I have one of my woohoo plants in here that has also needed some severe help. Right now I'm in my stump it and leave it be phase. Someone commented this on my monstera chopping video, and they're right. The purpose of the pole is to create an extension of your root system and to be able to have rooted nodes already if you were going to do something like chop. But here's what I didn't mention in that video. I don't want new leaves, at least not now. I want it to live in a bin for a long time so that when it does push out leaves, I'll be in a better place to deal with it. Right now, not that time. I am more focused on my seedlings, getting them up potted, moving out the props that I already don't know what to do with. And yeah, I don't want to have an elbow farm at this time. Thank you for your understanding. Also, someone made a good point and was like, what about the thrips that is potentially in the substrate that you used in the prop bin? Because if you didn't watch that video, I reused the stuff that was in the pole. Oh, by the way, I chopped up my elbow into a million pieces because it had thrips. And yeah, I reused the moss pole stuff to propagate it in. Here is the thing though, because it's going to be living in a prop bin for the next foreseeable future, it's going to be warm, it's going to be humid, and those thrips are going to hatch. If you guys are not familiar with the sort of life cycle of thrips, they really get going when it's warm and humid. So yeah, that prop bin is going to basically act as an incubation chamber. They should all hatch. Every single week I'm going to be spraying and spraying and spraying until they've all hatched and died, and then by the time the new leaves come out, hopefully there is no more thrips. And that is the route I chose instead of preparing new moss. I could have done perlite too, but I knew that I needed perlite for this repot, and I need it for my big old batch of pond because I am repotting a bunch of seedlings, although I think that you would have already watched that video before this one. And I'm only gonna use probably, because I'm gonna go heavy on the tree fern, I'm gonna use about this much. I'm gonna add a little bit of worm castings. Probably gonna add about like three handfuls in here, like this big. In a perfect world, I wouldn't even put this Burle Marx's flame on a pole. Honestly, I wish I could just have it grow on like a stick, but I don't think that I'm ever gonna get fenestrations for sure if I don't put it on a pole. Now the question is, do I want to add pumice? What would Jesus do? Okay, let's mix this up and see what it looks like first. Can you see what I'm doing? Oh no. I'm not even being that loud, am I? Oh no. This is what happens when I film. He's only been sleeping for 40 minutes. Oh, his butt's in the air. I think he pooped. Dang it. Well, back on mom duty. Be right back. Bad news is Archie has taken only a 40-minute nap. Both of his naps were super short today, which means we might have a rough night tonight. The good news is I don't have to be quiet. So let's just get this baby repotted. This is my mix right here. I actually kind of feel like pumice would be a good addition. I don't know. Oh, these tree fern turd nuggets. Pumice for this Burle Marx's flame. What are we thinking? Nah, 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 nah. No. I have decided against it. Okay. Let's see what this looks like in its new pot. Are you high or is this low? Am I too low? What's going on here? Everything feels really off. Okay. Leca. I think that is good, but I'm almost kind of thinking I need to get it in the pole before the pot. So, oh, moss. No. Okay, it's fine. I'm being dramatic. I have a bone to pick with this brand of moss. It's always so like there's more twigs and things that need to be pulled out of it than there is moss. This is the Will Grow brand. My preference is the New Zealand sphagnum moss. It's a lot more expensive, but I just like, I'm not really using moss all that much, so I can't really justify the price. But man, sometimes there's plastic in it. There's just all of this random stuff. Okay, I should probably answer another question. I've answered like 2 questions before. One of the questions that I got was, what's the most ridiculous comment you've gotten recently? And honestly, it's been a lot better. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because all the trolls that, you know, or the trolls / miserable people that are around have already found my page and I have escorted them out, like if they've all come through already. But yeah, I don't really get as many mean comments as I used to. It used to be like, seriously, at one point it was like a daily occurrence. I think that's when the algorithm was really pushing my videos out. And yeah, like it was obviously nice to have a bigger reach, but at the same time I never knew on any given day like what I was gonna wake up to in my notifications. I think the weirdest comment I've gotten, or like the rudest comment I've gotten lately or recently was you were easier to watch when you were headless. Awesome, love that. Thank you so much. It's great. I also got another question regarding headlessness, and it was like, why or when did you decide to go headless? I think it was a discussion that I had with my husband, and we were talking about like the growth of the channel and like where I saw it going, and if I could kind of hit the like reach that I wanted to still being headless. And you know, we were both talking about how everyone that we watch on YouTube pretty regularly, like yeah, they maybe not always show their face because Vince watches a lot of poker stuff, so it's a lot of just like poker table. But he's like, you know, sometimes when they're live streaming, like they're in the little corner, or at the beginning or at the end of the video, they like pop in for a little hello, and you do like see their face still. At some point you see their face. And I just thought, I think that if I want this channel to even grow to a certain number, I probably will eventually have to show my face. And I think just being headless for like the year, I think I did it for a year, maybe a little bit more, I can't remember. Like it kind of did give me the confidence that I needed to not go headless. And yeah, it was hard at first, and I felt so uncomfortable, so unnatural. I hated editing the videos and having to like look at myself for that long. But it was way easier to make content showing my face, and it was easier to show plants, because before I would show plants like down here and be like, oh yeah, it just was too difficult. And with the kind of content that I wanted to do, like more plant lifestyle stuff, where like, you know, I did the week of series and like showing you watering and stuff, it just made more sense to show my face. It really wasn't for any deeper reason other than that. It was just, how can I connect more with the people that follow me, and how can I make it easier for me to actually make the content that I want to make? And surprisingly, doing headless content was kind of difficult in terms of planning out the shots that I wanted to get, not getting my face in it and stuff. I do miss not having to get ready though, putting on makeup and stuff. I've got tree fern. I usually mix it with some kind of like soil or peat base, but I don't think that I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna separate out these turd nuggets another day. I'm not gonna worry about them right now. In terms of other ridiculous comments, I have gotten one recently, like talking about how it's annoying that they can hear Archie in the background, or like hear his like stuff in the background. I got another kind of ridiculous comment talking about how they didn't like that I was even incorporating Archie a little bit. Like in my week of, you know, I was showing kind of watering plants, but I was also tending to him. It literally wasn't even like a major part of the video, but they were like super disappointed. I knew this would eventually turn into a motherhood channel. I'm like, how is this a motherhood channel? I just literally gave my kid a snack. Relax. But overwhelmingly, the comments are good. I get constructive criticism sometimes. I think criticism is not the right word. I get constructive feedback. I think that's a better word for it. And I would say for the most part, I take it pretty well. But yeah, I do get the every so often just the miserable person that wants to lash out on someone. Okay, I gotta take that toy from him because I can't focus. I don't get it. I see that I got a comment and then I can't find it. The YouTube app sometimes really pisses me off. Okay, this is definitely calloused by now. I'm gonna put substrate and then moss over top. I always put way too much. Maybe I'll assemble it in here so it doesn't spill everywhere. But sorry, what I was saying is overwhelmingly my comments are either supportive, just funny. I quite enjoy my comment section these days. It's really not too bad. The one-off sort of weird comments don't, you know. It's just part of being online. So I put the tree fern fiber in the back, and then I'm putting moss in the front to hold it all together. And then I'm actually gonna lay the Burle Marx's flame in here and enclose it in the pole. Someone also asked what like movies and TV shows am I watching right now. One that I can think off the top of my head is The Last of Us. I actually played the first video game, so I kind of already knew like what was gonna happen. There wasn't any major surprises. I did not play the second game and I was shook to my freaking core. I'm still unwell, I'm still not okay, but the show's so good. I really enjoy it. I love the casting for second season. I think they did an incredible job. There's a lot of like hate for, what's her name, being cast for Ellie, but I'm obsessed with her. I think she's freaking great. And as someone who played the actual game, I think she's a perfect Ellie. I don't think she obviously looks like her, but I don't think that's the main sort of, I don't think that should be the main concern. I think what you want to try and get is someone that can portray Ellie's personality, because that was such a big part of the game and like the relationship with Joel. And she does it so well. I love her and I think she's adorable. I think she's a great actress. I think her and Pedro Pascal have such great chemistry on and off camera. And yeah, I love the casting. But yeah, definitely was a hard watch this season considering I didn't know what was gonna happen. And it was the shock of my life. But yeah, that's kind of what's filling my time now. Oh wait, you know what? This leaf is gonna grow inside of the hole, this new leaf. So I wanna get this new one out here. So that's what's been filling my time on Sundays because White Lotus is over. I thought the ending of White Lotus was just okay. Didn't love it, but I don't know. The season was kind of, I would say, a letdown in comparison to the seasons that came before it. So I didn't really, oh. I ripped it a little bit. Oh no, I ripped the tip, but it's okay. Gotta get it done. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, yeah, there's a tear in the leaf. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I think it got caught on the pole. Yeah, was not super impressed with the third season. It was a little bit more disturbing in different ways. And yeah, not really, really hoping they don't do that in any upcoming seasons. But I'm still sort of on The Pit. Like, it's still a show that I think about often. If you guys don't know what The Pit is, it's like an ER show, medical show, not reality. If you guys didn't know, this is kind of a sensitive subject, but some of you guys might know if you're on social media. But here in Vancouver, they hosted this festival, this Filipino festival called the LAPU LAPU Festival, and it just turned into an absolute tragedy. This guy drove his car down the street that the festival was on and killed multiple people. It was just an absolute shock to the community here. Like, I mean, not even just the Filipino community, but just everyone here in Vancouver, because you don't really see that kind of violence happen here locally that's not like gang related. So it like shook all of us, and I had a hard time sleeping the nights that followed. And we know of people through people that were affected, that passed. Like, it just was wild. And it was really hard because this happened at night. It happened at the very end of the festival, and we had a bunch of friends that were going, so we didn't know who to text. We were just waiting to like see who was updating their socials. If we didn't hear from them for a while, like we messaged them. One of Vince's cousins had a booth there, and he had texted her. We didn't hear back from her for like hours after, and we were just in full panic mode. So it was just, yeah, a shock, you know. That kind of thing doesn't happen here really. So yeah, it's talking about The Pit. I guess 3 hospitals nearby in Vancouver went into code orange mode, and if you watch The Pit, that was like what happened when you know, there was the incident with the festival in the finale. And yeah, I just can't imagine that happening in real life. And if you guys didn't know this about the Filipino community, we're nurses, we're doctors, we're in the medical field. I say we're, like our culture of people, because that's just what you aspire to be. And I would say in general, the Filipino culture is like a very caring, like we like to take care of people. That's like our love language. It's definitely my love language. It's acts of service. And so yeah, you'll find that a lot of Filipino people are in the medical field. And so I can't even imagine what it was like maybe treating somebody that you knew, like a nurse at like your hospital, you know. It's just crazy. I'm gonna link something down below where you can find links to some people's GoFundMes if you're able to donate anything. Yeah, reading some of the stories from the GoFundMe, it just gutted me. So yeah, I've donated what I can, but unfortunately there's so many of them, and it's heartbreaking. It truly is. Okay, so this pole is stuffed. I'm just kind of like filling in some of the gaps here. Did tear this leaf a little bit at the tip, but it's fine. She's probably don't even have a claw yet. and I just was focused on getting this in a better place before I left. There she is. She is tucked in nice and tight. Those aerial roots in the pole should root pretty fast. After this video, I'm probably just gonna take this to the shower and just get it drenched, and then I'm going to actually even inoculate the pole. But now it is time to repot it. My kid is too quiet. I need to check on him. It's so funny when, oh my gosh, you can't see anything. When I'm doing stuff like this and I just need to check on him, I have to be like stealth mode because that boy is in his mama phase. I honestly thought that he was gonna be like really attached to Vince, but I guess I should have known, you know, I'm home with him a majority of the time. I'm his primary caretaker, so he has like attached to me more. But I don't know, I just thought like a dad and son bond. I don't know what that's like. But yeah, if I like go to check on him and he sees me, it's the instant like calling for me. His first words were mama. That was my goal. I was determined because everyone was like, oh, his first words are gonna be dada, because I think like naturally it's easier to say dada, but he said mama. I won. I feel like I've been at this forever. You guys feel like you've been sitting here and I've given you nothing? What have I even talked about? What are we doing here? Okay, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a little layer of soil down. And then I'm gonna bury this mother heifer as deep as I can. That's what he said. I just don't want to break the roots because this is just a stick sticking straight down, but I want to try and like, what is it? Curl it, turn it, wrap it. I don't know. I have faith that this is going to transition really well. Which way do I go? This way. Here. This kind of reminds me of a question that I got. It's not personal. It's a plant question. Someone was like, it seems like a lot of the issues I'm seeing you're having could be fixed with just putting your plants in drainage, or plants with drainage holes, or put it in a pot with drainage holes. Why are you adamant on putting it in a pot with no drainage? And the easy answer is I want to. I want to grow with no drainage. And I'm not really sure the issue specifically that they were talking about, but guys, if I don't get a claw on this in the next like 10 business days, I'm gonna scream. I really am. I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. Like, what more could you want from me? You have a rousseau pole, you have tree fern fiber, you have front row seats to the strongest grow lights I have in this house. What more can I offer you? I could also stabilize it with some rocks. Emotional support rock. It's kind of my easy go-to. I haven't really loved using bamboo because it rots and it gets moldy, and then the acrylic ones are just not strong enough. Okay, I think that's gold. I think I'm happy with this. We are ready to go, babes. This is her. I will link the rousseau pole in the description. I do think I have a discount code. I think it's 15%. I'm not really sure, but these are my all-time favorite poles. I really don't see how a pole could be any better than this in terms of functionality, and I have high hopes. Every plant that I've put on a rousseau pole has always performed like amazingly, so I don't think this will be any different. This plant has met its match. Oh, I didn't even wipe the leaves down. It's okay. It's fine. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me on another Wednesday repot. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.